Hi, I am Tech. I am a physiotherapist. I've been training with Matter Athletica under Ben for the last 18 months. I am 10 days out from my first show, which is super exciting, and I'm competing in the Figure International and Fitness divisions. I have loved literally everything about this prep, learning about how physically and mentally strong and resilient I am. But I'm super excited for show day just to show off all the hard work I've put in.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another season. It is Season A, 2024. So for those who haven't been following, we have our athlete for the season, Tech Albert, jumping on stage. So this has been a long time coming. It's been a lot of work and a lot of effort from both herself and me in getting to the stage. This is one of the first real projects where I think we've had to build from the ground up both the physical and the mental side of an athlete to really maximize their time on stage. As we've probably spoken about previously, we were intending to be on stage Season B last year. Things came up, things got in the way that we both felt it wasn't the right time. So we managed to compromise and agree that it's better to take a step back and focus on giving her another 6 months. And that 6 months now has arrived. And I think she is in the best position that she has ever been. And we are really going to do some damage on the natural stage today. So we are doing figure and fitness as her two categories. And she'll be on stage, I think, five shows today. And kind of giving you guys an in-depth look as to how Matter approaches a comp day for an athlete and being there for them to get the best look on stage. So yeah, pretty much from here on out, you'll be seeing us work and seeing her do her thing. So let's go.
So I moved up to Brisbane 2 years ago. I got introduced to Ben and to Matter. I have a history of eating disorder and body dysmorphia as well. So when I moved up here, I'd always been interested in the gym. But it wasn't until I came up to Queensland and kind of saw how powerful the gym could be for physical strength, but also mental resilience, that I kind of fell into the bodybuilding space. And meeting Ben, it just kind of felt like it fell into place for me. He is somebody who really values focusing on the person as a whole in terms of bodybuilding, as opposed to just the physical side of things, which I think for somebody with my history is incredibly valuable and super important. Matter's been super pivotal in my journey and getting to stage. In particular, as I mentioned, probably more so from the mental health side of things. But yeah, I think that's just that one point of difference that I found with Matter as compared to talking with other friends who have other coaches, is that they look at you as a person holistically and want to make sure that you're set up to succeed in life, as opposed to just bodybuilding and getting to stage.
We are now at the venue. Tech is just getting her hair, makeup and top coat done. Morning's flowing as it should be. We had a look over her previously, as you would have seen. Went through her first assessment of her look, which is coming in very nicely, especially for a first timer. From here, we've basically got the athlete meeting in about half an hour, which will just be explaining the day. We have some limitations on footage and where we can go, but we'll be capturing as much of Tech's backstage pump up, getting ready moments as we can, and really just show you how we handle things backstage. So her shape, structure, symmetry, the look she's bringing for figure is quite nice. It's unique, it's very elegant, flows nicely, but it's also very hard, very lean. So in for a very good look, I think, and the best chance that she's going to have to do some damage. So yeah, let's go.
I think something that Matter really prides itself on is a sense of community and having a team around you to support you. And from day one, Ben has always said to all of his athletes, but probably honed it in more so on me, that I'm not expecting perfection from you. I'm just expecting you to do the best that you can do each and every day. Hopefully now, we just get to reap the benefits of the 6 months we've put into prep. So I'm excited.
First timers, 29, 10, Albert.
Hang on, no, there's a third one. There's a third one. We ain't done yet. Alrighty guys, so we are halfway through the day now. We've got through Tech's entire first category, which was figure international. Absolutely stellar efforts and very competitive physique for a first timer against an open division. So she's walked away so far with 2 first medals and a 3rd place in opens as well. So overall the day is well and truly on track. We'll basically start pumping up soon again, re-pump her back up, get the body pumped again, get the adrenaline kicking in, give her a little bit of caffeine, get her ready and excited for fitness. So she's got fitness first timers and she's got fitness open division. I really want to see her physique show off here and see what her back can do. I think she's going to be very competitive. We look at coaching and we look at the understanding, the experience. That's the point of what we're trying to do is bring the best package we can to the first show and then use that to assess and improve and tweak and get things better. Like, we spent a lot of time the last sort of 4 weeks figuring things out that we got right. Literally everything went as planned and predicted up until show morning. We might even start her food a little later in the day so she's fuller for longer, closer to the show and needs less food to fill up. But again, it's just, that's the joy of testing, training, trialing, tweaking. And so yeah, now already the day's a success. Yeah, a lot of positive takeaways so far. We're going to go up now and get Tech warmed up, so I can get pumped up again, get the blood flowing. And we're going to finish the day off hopefully with a few more medals. So let's go. Show off the triceps, that's it. Show off the waist. Arms, good. Remember now, basically, that's it. Nerves the first time done. We're on the other stage now, so we own it. That's it. Chill out, enjoy yourself. Breathe here, not here.
Go, it's time, I'm sorry. I only trust about 3 people. Anyway, one of them. My apologies if I managed to hurt your fragile ego. Like I said, I'm the worst. I'm sorry, but you know what, I'm not.
29, Takari Albert, 32.
Yes, Tech, show up!
Tell me what to do. Yeah, you don't tell me how to think and live in peace. Nobody like you. Thank God, back off and
On that back, Tech, let's go! Back shot!
tell me So here's an idea. If you are gonna be
Good. Full detailed lats, fucking unreal. And like the size you're holding. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's why we wanted figure first up anyway, which is good. Yeah, big thing again is going to be as they're working you reset more. So with that one, feel free to reset. Like if you hit that, especially the one when you got like your leg out, and then you come back with like the more forward foot, and then you got the one out. Just swap. If you catch yourself losing that breath, there's a few times where I can just see you start like getting a little bit shaky with your stomach. Not like you're bloated or anything, just simply you were just getting tired in that one spot. Use that chance, reset, catch your breath, breathe out, then go back. Yeah, we good, homie. Alrighty guys, so that is a wrap on the state show for Season A 2024. Very, very successful outing for the team. Tech had a fantastic day on stage. Got the nerves out. Got a bit more clarity on what we need to do. Got a kind of just a first time nerves out of the system. So every athlete's going to go through those regardless of where they are and what they think. There's always that first bit of exposure to standing half naked in front of people you've never met before and being shredded about it, and obviously presenting yourself to be judged by other people. So having that experience now gives us a lot of clarity, gives us a bit more experience, gives us a bit more tread on the tires. And with that, we know what we need to do now already, coming into the next 10 days. So I've already had a bit of a chat to Tech on what we're going to do. By the time this comes out, it'll already been done, but she's pretty much going to love me tonight. A bit of food, relax, enjoy some of the placings, and then we get into the hell of it tomorrow, straight up. So there is no rest between for us. There is no taking a back step. We know what needs to improve her look between now and Nationals, which is where we always intended to do, and that is what we're going to implement and we're going to action. So to wrap up the day, she walked away with 2 golds, a silver, a bronze, and a 4th. So in the divisions that we primarily focus on peaking for were her best placings and where she absolutely killed it, which is what gives me the most excitement. And the secondary division was really just to see where she stacked up and kind of what her physique looked like. And I think we've definitely now found her future in the industry, in competitive physique development. So we're going to finish off the season, go hard, enjoy it, make the most of it, enjoy the experience, enjoy the suffering. And then, we'll obviously do some further updates once the full season comes to completion. But as a first-time athlete, she's really nailed the day. Everything went smoothly, everything went perfectly. Learned a lot, got a lot of feedback just from watching what her body did, how it responded. A lot for me as a coach to take away, a lot for me to learn as a coach, and just see that things are working and things that I can improve and do better. And obviously just giving you guys a taste of how shows run behind the scenes. We're going to keep doing these, we're going to keep being transparent and open about things and sort of showing how it's done, but we do it, and sort of take you guys along for the ride each time a season comes up. So hopefully you enjoyed it, hopefully you learned something from it, took something from it, but that's the end of show day for the State Show 2024. Now on to Nationals in Melbourne. What is up, YouTube? All right, guys, so we are just doing a quick wrap up of the rest of the season that took place for Tech and how it went. So by the time we left you at the back end of the State Show, and we'll come out with our monthly training episode, we had some strategies in place. Pretty much Saturday night, I was up until about 8 p.m. working by the time we got back from the day. and had Tech's plan in place for Sunday. So I gave her basically a free meal Saturday night. Usually for an athlete like her in her position, her condition, something like a burger and chips or some sushi, some ice cream or a cookie, something like that. Something that's just going to alleviate stress and replenish some calories. Show days aren't usually huge food days for women, for female clients anyway. So having those calories back in just to give her a meal to enjoy, relax, and then kind of get refocused for the next day. So that was basically like a rejuvenation period for her. And then the plan was in motion from Sunday morning. The intention realistically, as I had planned with her, is we bring a full poppy look to the state show, see what we can do with the condition we reached and see what her muscles look like on stage. And then the intention was to dig between the state show and the national show, which was 2 weeks. So in that time, basically, we dropped down food a little bit further, increased the weight on her weighted vests, drastically increased her cardio output, just made some timings around food changes and things as well. So when she would have her food, work that she would have to do to kind of keep the activity up, resting efficiently elsewhere. So in the space of 2 weeks, we dropped 11 centimeters in total and 3 total kilograms. But just like peak week 1, the majority of peak week 2 was actually doing less. So by the Tuesday, because the show day in nationals down in Melbourne was on a Sunday, we basically shifted everything to the right a day, which led to, by Tuesday, Wednesday, less cardio, no cardio. The weighted vest was out, steps were reduced, a slight decrease in the deficit before we got to a fat load, and then before we got to her carbohydrate loading. Then by Friday, Saturday, realistically, it was just as much rest and relaxation as possible. We all got down to Melbourne by Thursday, which was to try and get as far away from the show as possible for fluid retention or anything that might have come from the flight, and kind of alleviate that build-up, and then allow her body to just get back to normality and regularity down in Melbourne. Obviously, it's a lot colder down there, so acclimatization is a little bit different. Just getting into the routine of staying warmer, getting her body adjusted, and having the body just adapt to the environment and situation we're in. The response was quite good. We actually hit, again, prep lows during the final peak week, which was exceptional to see, because that indication in peak week is not necessarily a rate of loss according to fat loss, more so the ability to build up that stress and then alleviate her output and her stress levels are going to help with the appearance, the look, the fluid reduction, and let everything kind of culminate and land at the right time. So the peak drop for us was not actually fat loss. It was more so just her body adapting quite well to reduction in stress and fatigue, which allowed the look to land as we wanted. We took the feedback from timing from the state show, which was basically bring the condition that she had for the fitness show and have it land for primarily into figure. We decided that figure was the focal point, and that was going to be the look that we really tried to nail. And I think we absolutely did a fantastic job of that. Tech was exceptional as an athlete, ticked every box, followed the instructions to the letter. Being there with her as we were down in Melbourne and having some of the team to support her was fantastic. Made our job a little bit easier to oversee everything, and that's just the kind of level of detail that I like to try and bring to my clients. Where possible, I will always be there as much as I humanly can to make sure that I'm making the best decisions that I can as to my role and what my responsibilities are. I'd set out a game plan that I knew that by the overall show is where I wanted her to be hardest, and that we were going to get some of those early cobwebs, the fluidiness off her, and have the body really harden up by the time we got to that overall presentation. Because we'd seen on the run list that I think she was the only athlete in under 30, so she automatically made qualification to the overall, the pro qualifier for the overall title. So basically the run sheet was just building her up to land that prime look in the overall competition. And that is exactly what happened. It was one of the first times where, for myself, that the plan was put in motion and I genuinely had trust in what we were about to deliver was going to return a result. There's obviously, all the preps I've done before this where I knew things would work, but this was the first time where I looked at it and said, if this works and this pans out, this is a pro-winning position for us to be in. Though I don't like to say that to my athletes, I never like to put any ideas in my athletes' heads. For me, it was mapping out a plan that was the best chance for us to be competitive. And looking at what I'd seen there, I think that was the best course of action. And to both of our surprise, but also both to my expectation, that sort of landed exactly as we wanted. So if you haven't taken away yet or followed Tech, we basically got our first pro athlete and our first pro card. So she clean sweeped her entire figure division, winning the women's under 30, the beginners and the open category, as well, then going on to win the overall title and her overall pro card. Then the absolutely surprise to us was, as soon as she got off stage, this is how not prepared for her to go pro that we were, like as in not having any preset expectations in that regard. They had arranged, so after every category, the pro show for that category was straight afterwards. And we'd gone to relax Tech and basically take her upstairs to put her feet up now, get prepared for the next divisions that she was in. And they'd actually grabbed us to say, Tech is on for the pro show, which was a huge surprise. And basically, to our absolute, I guess, shock and awe, is she went out and dominated the pro show and basically walked away with the natural pro title of Miss Oceania Australia for NBA, which is huge for a first-time competitor. I cannot take that away from her at all, and stress how amazing that result is for both herself and me. It was not expected at all. We thought she'd be competitive. The lineup was very strong. The ladies looked great. Whether it was third, second, or first, any position would have been fantastic. And she'd walked away with yet again another first place. So that was a huge win for us. And for herself to get not only the pro card, but to go into the pro show and win it. Again, not expected at all, but it was a huge success for a trip. And then to finish the day off to what was already a very successful campaign down in Melbourne, she walked away with 2 second places in the fitness division, which was again bumping up her placings from the state show. So in all realms, our objective goal was to simply be in the best possible position to improve from state show to national show, which is all you can do, and bring the best possible look along with the feedback we were given to land for the most competitive physique possible. And in every aspect or metric of measure that we have, she progressed and improved, and then walked away with a pro card, a clean sweep of the division, and a pro title. So all in all, our first pro athlete and our first pro national champion, pro title champion. So yeah, I mean, you really can't be too disappointed or upset with a result like that from the athlete side or as me as a coach. It really embodied what we try to bring as Matter athletes and what we try to put on stage and make that point of difference in the look and the appearance. And she really delivered that. So all in all, it was an absolutely fantastic conclusion to the season for Tech. After what was already a very good show in the state show from the video you've just watched, we did go on, as we'll show you with some of the photos to come, just how successful she was down in Melbourne. Remember, if you are looking for coaching, if you do want to get on stage and bring the best physique you've ever brought to the stage, if you want to improve your life and build a system that is going to develop a world-class physique, we are taking clients, we are taking athletes. We look at 12 months out at least. We don't want 20 weeks out, we don't want 12 weeks out. I'm going to work with you to bring out the best possible physique for you now and in the future. So book in a free call. We have spots available, there's consultation times available. Give us a call and let's figure it out.